Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody out there. Welcome to the NBA bit. That's terrible, probably offensive, and a weird way to start the show, but we are back. Welcome back to the NBA bit. Hope everybody's having a nice little Tuesday. I'm going to do that probably 20 more times. Sorry, not sorry. That's just the life we lead. Hope everybody's off to a good one, though. We've got some fun basketball to talk about from last night. We'll get into tonight a little bit as well. We're just going to have a nice little good time. For those of you new to the show, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Podcast listeners, rate and review, 5 stars. We also, some fun news, old Jump Shooty, our guy Jump Shoot's going to be joining later this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be doing some So Rare MLB stuff, right? They dropped their MLB American League auctions yesterday, so we're going to be jumping into that, messing around a wee bit for an hour. So come hang out with us there. Go subscribe to Bagel with Locks. You can find a link to that in the show notes. But more importantly, who's here this morning? We got the common man. Happy birthday to Dyson Daniels and Mr. Fix-It, Terry Rozier, little scary Terry. We got Sneeps in the chat. Just got the power back. There we go. We got Stubbs up in here. 3DK. Aaron's here. Boston Base. We love it. We love it. Good to see everybody. Stay engaged in the chat. Okay. Have some fun in there. Have some fun in there. Let's, you know what we need to do first? Sometimes I make fun of Underdog for some dumb stuff. But you know what? They had a good bit this morning. They had a good bit this morning, so let's go check it out. Ready? I want to show you something here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful photo. Look at what they did to my boy Chet Holmgren. For those of you guys that missed it over the weekend, they had an insane photo that they shared. What was that? The Thunder Timberwolves game? It was just really batshit stuff. Then Underdog went out there, changed the photo. Well done. Well done to the dog team. Well done to the dog team. But anyways, yeah, that's chitty bang bang. We got Sunjay Rich. You got to see the Rockets fall apart in person. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that game first, huh? Let's do that game first. Again, this should be probably an opportunity for us to speak positively of the Los Angeles Lakers. But instead, it really does feels like it's just the Rockets, dude. What's wrong with the H-Town bros? Lakers win this one, 100-92. And I'll be honest. I watched the first half, locked in on the first half. Luka was cooking early. Watched it, was engaged, as Sneep said, was engaged, and then I fell asleep at halftime. Do you guys have this where I'm not sick, like I feel good, but your body's just like, hey man, we're operating at 75%. All right, I need you to go to bed. That's kind of what happened last night. That's where I'm at. So I didn't watch the second half, but I did see that the Rockets scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. Now, to be fair, the Lakers only scored 17, so we shouldn't be like saying that it's not like the Lakers ran away with it. But 12 points? 12 points. Sanjay, boots on the ground, says Rockets fans were complaining because of how they were attacking Reed every time he touched the floor. I mean, I did notice that. Like, I've been teaming to play Reed a little bit more, but like, the defense is pretty rough, man. The defense is rough. Also, my favorite part of the night, though, was DeAndre Ayton getting cooked by Clint Capella pretty early. So no Goon Squad. The Goon Squad with the lower back injury, he was not able to go. So Clint played 26 minutes, finished with 9 and 8. DeAndre Ayton finished with 7 and 11, always open, 24. 7. However, still Clint Capella put up better numbers. Let's do Luka Magic. You can tell this game is important. Luka and AR-15 both logged 40 minutes. LeBron James only had to play 33. LeBron definitely felt like he was the not the odd man out, because I'm not trying to spin some sort of negative narrative here on the Tinseltown Bros, but it definitely, like, I don't know if he's still feeling the effects of diving on the floor over the weekend, but it definitely felt like this was Luka and Austin Reeves, and then LeBron was more of the role player. But listen, man, this Lakers team is on a run right now, and these are some legit wins in here too. Sanjay says LeBron has dunked on Jabari Smith Jr. and the senior now. Yeah, pretty impressive. Luka finishes this game 14 for 27 from the field, 4 for 12 shooting from 3, 36 points, 6 boards, 4 dimes, couple steals. AR did not have a great shooting night. 0 for 8 from 3. Was very aggressive, even though he was dealing with some stiffer defensive competition last night. Finished with 15 and 5, but did have 4 steals and a block. Look at AR getting it done. Marcus, my boy, is wicked smart. Did you guys see the Marcus Smart story? So there, supposedly, allegedly, for like, what was it, 5 years, was playing with a piece of glass in his hand? Jesus Christ. Get that taken care of, bro. You got incredible medical coverage, right? Just ask Glenn Big Baby Davis and Tony Allen. Like, you got go get that taken care of, Marcus. The bench squad, the Lakers running out a ton of white dudes. There was a couple of times last night where I was like, I'll say it, too many. It was like LeBron, Reeves, you had Luke Kennard and Jake LaRavia. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Anyways, good win. Only 13 bench points, which is, again, 1 more point than the Rockets scored in the entire fourth quarter. Kevin Durant had 14 points in the first half. He just decided to take the second half off, had to get some tweets off. He finished 8 for 16 from the field, which is efficient. I don't know how he only took 16 total shots in 37 minutes. He had 18 and 7. Jabari Smith Jr. played 40 minutes. He led the Rockets in scoring. Jabari did. Amen Thompson, 19 and 12 with 5 dimes. Tari Eason, listen, they've been really limiting the Eason minutes here. They've really been limiting. Oh, we get some LeBron haters in the chat. Make America great again. 22-34. Interesting numbers there. But based on the avatar, I got to think it has something to do with conspiracy theories. So welcome to the chat. They are playing better with LeBron. But this is what I would say. Yes, they are offensively, but since LeBron has returned, his role has looked different. And if he's going to play the role that he's playing now, I actually think this is pretty good for the Lakers. I just think they needed to, like a good team, you had to do it. Yeah, Jake's in the chat. But anyways, Houston, dude. So Tari Eason actually played 30-plus minutes tonight. Last night, did not do too much with it, 5 and 9. Dorian Finney-Smith and Reed Shepherd. So they ran an 8-man rotation. Reed was bricking threes, 1 for 6 from 3. 31 minutes, only took 11 shots, 5 for 11. Dude, Houston's cooked. I am out on this entire Rockets organization right now. I just don't think they have a good feel. And then, listen, man, you can grind out regular season wins with a team like this, but last night was a playoff game, right? These two teams are vying for that 3-4 range, trying to get home court advantage in the first round, trying to avoid SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs as long as possible, right? Rotations get tight. Offense, we're not running around in transition, right? This is going to be, you need half-court possessions. Houston does not have a half-court team. They don't. And I feel like I continue to still yell this out every single time, but it's like not trading for Ayo Dosunmu or Kobe White at the deadline was just malpractice. It was. For Houston to not make a move was just disgusting. It's incredible. It was so clear what their needs were. And especially with Kevin Durant on this team, I know they have the foundation to be a good team years from now. I know that. They're young. They've got a lot of young talent. And they're missing Freddie Van Fucks. I know that. But you still have Kevin Durant, who's closer to my age than Reed Shepherd's age. You need to go get some assets now. What are we waiting for? Karama's saying the Lakers aren't aren't still contenders though. I think as we look at the Western Conference in general, right? Let's actually just poke at the standings right now, since that was like the most meaningful game, right? So the Lakers here now are 9-3, I believe, in their last 12 games, winners of 6 in a row. They have a 1.5 game lead over the Houston Rockets. I believe they have the tiebreaker over the Rockets and the Nuggets right now. And they have a 2-game lead over that Denver. Well, really a 3-game lead over Denver and a 2-game lead over Minnesota. And to your point, I agree with you here, man. I don't think the Lakers, I'm not saying the Lakers are coming out of the Western Conference. I think like basically the way the West comes down is Oklahoma City, massive favorites. If you think Wemby can do crazy alien shit and that Castle and Fox and Vassell and Harper, the lights won't be too bright in their first real postseason action. I mean, I know Fox had that one series, right? But if you don't think the lights are too bright and you think Wemby can do some Wemby shit and that they can take it to OKC because they've had their number this year, then San Antonio's right there. And then I'm sorry. Like, listen, I was trying to bang the drum here for the Timberwolves. That's not happening. The Timberwolves are cooked, in my opinion. Like, maybe they win a series. I think it's going to be hard for them to do their 4th consecutive or 3rd consecutive Western Conference Finals. I'm done. I'm done with it. And then on the Nuggets, it's just like, hey, are they going to be healthy? Because one of the flaws that we've seen from Denver lately, not a couple easy games this week, so maybe the vibes will feel better, is their last like 4 minutes of the game. The offense gets a little funky. It's actually not the offense. The defense gets a little funky. And they've been throwing away some games. Sanjay saying playoff Wemby will obliterate Chet and move to the chip. Maybe, but I mean, Chet's also been awesome this year. I know we don't like Chet because he looks like he's in the music video of Weird Al Yankovic with Amish Paradise. So there we go. Stan says they won't beat the Rockets in a series. Which team are you talking about, Stan? But I don't think any of those teams are serious. I think Jokic is good enough and Jamal Murray is good enough that Denver could like legit take it to OKC and San Antonio and make things interesting. But to me, it's OKC 1, San Antonio 2, and then like Denver 4. Like, I don't even think there's a 3 right now. And then I do not trust Houston, Minnesota, and even the Lakers. I mean, the case for LA is that you have Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, right? And so when you like the opposite of what we saw with Houston, right? The opposite of what we saw with Houston is they can't win games in the crunch. They can't. Their offense just turns to shit, and they don't know how to manufacture buckets. On the opposite side, the Lakers have like the opposite problem. They have to worry with the first 44 minutes. But if you get into a close game in the last 4 minutes of the game, Luka can do whatever he wants. We've seen him do it over and over again. Luka can do whatever he wants. You have the high-powered brain of LeBron James. You have Austin Reeves. You also have DeAndre Ayton, though. So I don't know what we're doing. AR3 was saying Houston Rockets a first-round exit. That would be my money. My money is I would say OKC, San Antonio. Honestly, OKC, San Antonio. The Lakers-Minnesota matchup would be kind of interesting, but right now I'd still get the nod to the Lakers and then Denver. Those would be the 4 teams that would move on to the second round, in my opinion. And I would love to pick Minnesota against the Lakers, but god damn, Minnesota has looked awful. Has looked just awful. They're playing tonight. They've already ruled out Anthony Edwards. He's getting a night off. And what's the other guy? Naz Reid. Also, Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels. Did like the Monstars zap them? What happened to those guys? What happened? All right, let's go to Beantown. Can we go to the east side? Guys, listen. I woke up this morning and just consumed Blue Chew. You know what I'm saying? Just popped a couple Viagra because we are rock hard for this Boston Celtics team, man. This is nuts. 121-12. And listen, Jordan, like we're gonna sing Joe Mazzulla's praises here. I know the coach of the year has to go to a team that's like really outperformed and is doing well. I honestly think Jordan should get coach of the year. Look at the Suns are 10 games over 500, and they're just rolling out randos every single night, right? Colin Gillespie, the accountant, is out there playing 20-plus minutes. It's just wild stuff. The Suns here had a shot at winning this game, and then JB and JT took over. And just real quick, listen, I know it's here. We got to do it. Sometimes yelling at people works, okay? And we want to build back better. Fuck, we want to just create good vibes, good energy. We want to be nice to one another, okay? We want a community build. Here's what happened. JB threatens multiple referees, talks about SGA flopping, and then goes to the line 21 times last night. That's what I'm talking about. 19 for 21 from the line for our guy Jaylen Brown. Sometimes you have to yell at people. JB goes for 41 points, 7 boards, and 6 dimes. Tatum played 32 minutes, so now we are 5 games into the newly repaired Achilles of Jason Tatum. He played 27, 27, 27, and then he played 32 and 32. It's incredible. JT had this sequence last night where he has the ball on like right side, right? On the right side, he's attacking the rack right to left. He gets like right in front of the free throw line, but all of his momentum is taking him to the left side, and he just kind of like wings it up there with his right hand, gets fouled in an and one. Just like, man, I just can't believe he's doing this shit right now. I really can't. And I'm a Celtics fan, so you know that. I'm already biased. But the JT stuff, I did not see this. I saw a month of 18 to 24 minutes, right? Slowly ramp him up, and then maybe he's close to full when we get to the postseason. It's clear to me now that JT probably could have come back in early February, right? And they were just like, hey, there's no need yet. Let's go. Why have to do this 18 to 24? Can't play 3 games a week, right? Like, why do this when we can just continue to rehab, have him do the 5-on-5s in practice, get him ready that way, and then when he comes back, he's close to full. And that's what it looks like now. Like, JT's probably not going to play back-to-backs, probably not going to play like 5 and 7, right? There's no need to do that. But he's close to full. And when the postseason comes, especially in the first round, where you kind of have sometimes 3 nights off in between games, he's going to be great, man. And looking at this rotation here, you see they started the same 5 of JT, Hauser, Nemi, White, JB. No Vucci Main, who's still mending the finger. He's coming off so Luka Garza got 11 minutes. But basically, this was a 7.5-man rotation with Faz PP and Baylor Shireman. And when Vooch comes back, I think Vooch takes away those Garza minutes. But the thing that I really loved last night, we saw some JT small ball 5. JT small ball 5, which, you want to know why that's great news? Because Vooch in the postseason is going to get cooked on the defensive end. And to be able to kind of have another pitch you can throw is going to be huge for Boston, especially if they get like a first-round matchup against the Charlotte Hornets and like Moussa Diabate, who I really like, but an undersized center. I think throwing somebody out there like JT out there at the 5 would be a fun little wrinkle. So this is a good win for Boston here. They're now 45 and 23. They're still a game and a half or 2 games ahead of the Bing Bong Boys of New York, who are back in action tonight. Right, let's see this shit. Yeah, they got a game and a half lead over the Bing Bong Boys. So 45, dude, 22 games over 500 is crazy shit. I can't believe this is going to be a 50-win team. Okay, the Atlanta Hawks, the Celtics or Cavs in a 7-game series. Give me the Beantown Boys. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm taking the Beantown Boys? Because James Harden is on the Cavs. And everybody came out of the woodwork, circle jerked when James Harden got traded to the Cavs. We've seen it before. We've seen this story before of hashtag hard on in the postseason. He's going to have 1 game where he goes for 35, 12, and 12. And then he's going to have 2 games where he's just not around. And Donovan Mitchell, listen, man, Spidey's been incredible this year. Probably should be first team or second team All-NBA. I love Spida. His offensive game is so fun. But if there was ever a guy you needed to score 30 points in a playoff loss, Mitchell's your man. So give me the Beantown Boys. Give me the Beantown Boys. All right. We were talking about how Atlanta was on a 9-game winning streak, taking on the Orlando Magic, who was on a 7-game winning streak. We were talking about how Atlanta had not beat a real team in this whole run. And holy crap. Atlanta took it to Orlando. Now, they won by 12, but I'm telling you, it was not that close. Atlanta spanked them in the first quarter. They're up 13 at the end of 1. They're up 15 at the end of 2. They're up 19 at the end of 3, and then just like took the foot off the gas here in the fourth quarter. And it was a little bit of everybody, but it was a whole lot of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And that's the reason That's the reason I got absolutely cooked in the fantasy streets last night, because I had not a lot of Nah, 41 points, 7 boards, 5 dimes, and 2 steals in 37 minutes. He was great. Dyson Daniels hit him with 15 and 12. JJ's a triple-double, man. That's what he does every single game now. 37 minutes, 24, 15, and 13. Mr. Kaminga was back on a 19-minute restriction. He had 7 and 8. And they just hit him lefts and rights all over the place. Orlando couldn't get it going. Paolo 18 and 10. Jalen Suggs, Jesus, 8, 6, and 5, but he didn't do too much. Desmond Bane had 18. And Atlanta, as we look at the standings again, I know people were saying talk about Motor City. Yeah, we can look at them. We can look at them in a little bit. Well, after we do all of last night's games, we'll look at Detroit, because they got a big game tonight. Well, a big game. They got a big spread tonight. But you look at this, right? Atlanta here, winners of 10 in a row. And it's so funny how quickly this East got fucked, right? Because for a while, it was just so clear. We knew the top 6, right? One of Toronto or Philly would be 5. The other one would be 6. And then the play-in would just be some version of Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, Atlanta, maybe Milwaukee, maybe Chicago, right? And then in the last 3 weeks, I was out here saying, oh my God, Charlotte might play themselves out of the play-in. Now, Charlotte plays Miami tonight in a pretty big game, but you've got Orlando here in the 5 seed. They're only 2.5 games out of the 4 seed. Orlando was sniffing a home first round matchup. Toronto here, they finally got a couple of wins and some decent ones after looking like ass for a little while. They're right there tied with the same record as the Orlando Magic. The Miami Heat are only a half game back of both of those teams. And then Atlanta has come all the way back. They are a game and a half out of the 5 seed. So are the 76ers, but the 76ers don't have anybody that can play basketball. And then the Charlotte Hornets are right there. Let's look at Atlanta's upcoming games here and see if we can actually make a run. So Atlanta, Dallas on Wednesday. Dallas out there just looking like ass, right? Dallas isn't trying to do anything real. Then you have at Houston, and we know if it's a close game, Houston will fall apart. But that's, that should be a W for the Rockets. But then it's Golden State and Memphis, okay? So that's a 3-1 stretch right there. However, then it goes Detroit, Boston, Sacramento, Boston, Orlando, Brooklyn, New York, a bunch against Cleveland and Miami. So stuff's about to get hard. Stuff's about to get hard for them, but this is a fun. Atlanta, make me believe, baby. Make me believe, A-Town. Let's do what else? What other games did we have last night that were kind of fun? Donovan Clingan should have been a god last night, and then he decided to foul the fuck out of everybody. Only played 24 minutes in this one. Still had 14 and 11 in that time, but just a bunch of fouls, 5 of them. Danny Avdia on Israel night, right? There's a bunch of, was it 3 Israelis or something on the court in Brooklyn last night? So was Saraf. Who was the other one? I don't know. They were, I don't know. They were swapping jerseys. They were doing some jersey swap shit. Okay. Anyways, let's not get political. Denny had 18, 6, and 5 in this one. Tumani had 18. Whatever. Brooklyn sucks. Nothing really to talk about. Nick Claxton had 12 and 11 in 20 minutes. Nobody played. Who's Chaney Johnson? Chaney Johnson played 25 minutes. EJ Liddell, Malachi Smith, Tyson Etienne. What are we doing? Who are these people? Portland gets the W. They bounce back after that Philly loss the other night. The Chicago Bulls. Okay, I saw a crazy stat here from the Bulls. Let me find, I think Winky, shout out Winky Christ. He tweeted this or retweeted this. An insane stat here from Chicago. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is from Ricky O'Donnell. Okay, here we go. NBA players with 100 blocks and 100 threes this season. So 100 blocks and 100 threes. Victor Wembanyama and Boozy Booze, Matas Bucelis. Holy shit. Josh Giddey was out there playing 34 minutes, had 16, 15, and 13. Boozy Booze had 29 and 7 with 3 blocks. Leonard Miller had 10 and 7. Trey Jones was cooking a little bit, 17, 5, and 5. Bulls win. They refuse to know how to tank. Memphis Grizzlies will show you how it's done. Let's count the guys that played somewhere between 22 and or 21 and 27 minutes last night. Prosper, Coward, Wells, Clayton, Rupert, Burton, Hendricks, DeJean Jarry, Meshack. Spencer played 16 minutes. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 men. 11 men, none good at basketball. Incredible stuff. Yeah, Josh Minot with the DNP yesterday. So rare bags on fire. Coward is fun. I wish they played him full minutes, but they don't. Anyways, who cares? We've already talked too much about this game. Guys, Porzingis revenge. He's been cured. They found the cure for Porzingis. Look at this line off the bench here. 26 minutes. He had 30 points. 30 points, 5 boards, 4 dimes, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Hey, listen, man. Listen, if you're down on your luck, if the vibes are bad, if your emotions are down low, your self-esteem's been dinged, go up against the Washington Wizards defense because they can make you feel good. Look at these lines, man. D'Anthony Melton was turning back time like it was before the injury run. He had 27 points in 30 minutes. Guy Santos had 18, 5, and 4. The Wizards sucked. Trae Young was cooking early. Then he got dinged up, left the game early, did not return. He had 21 and 5. Bilal Coulibaly, 21, 8, and 4. Will Riley, 21, 5, and 4. Alex Sarr missed last night's game. He should be back tonight. I suspect Trae Young misses. But again, we shouldn't be talking about either of these teams. They suck at basketball. And I think, one more game? 2 more games. Dallas and New Orleans. The Pellies continue to, as DeJounte Murray said, make their play-in push. PJ Washington, 18 and 7. But look at Najee Marshall. Feeling his mojo again. If you guys remember last week, he tweeted and then deleted that he lost his mojo. Najee found it. 32, 8, and 7. The small ball 5 of the Mavs seem to be kind of fun. Cooper Flag, 21, 8, and 7, still chasing that first trippy W. On the Pelican side of stuff, Zion, right? No DeJounte in this one because he had a cold. They gave him the night off. Look at Zion, 11 for 13. That is efficient AF. 27 and 4 in this one. Sadiq Abaybay, 23 and 6. Trey Murphy set just all 7. 17, 7 for 15, 7 boards, 7 dimes, 7 defensive boards. Look at Trey. Jared Queen played 21 minutes. Congrats, bro. And then the last game of the night here, San Antonio, first of the back-to-back. The Clippers, hey, shout out George. If you guys missed Live Before Lock last night, George St. Ledger made a great point where he said, the Clippers are the best in the league at like covering the spread when it's a big spread like that. And they had no Kawhi, and this was still a pretty close game. Came down to the wire. We had a big Castle game last night. He had 23, 8, and 7. What does the Fox say? He says 18 and 6. Devin Vassell knocked down 4 triples. He had 20. And then Wemby the Alien, 21 and 13 with 5 stocks. On the Clippers side, John Collins played 26 minutes. Really, all the starters were kind of limited except for Garland. Garland here, 9 for 21 from the field. He had 25 and 10. 8 turnovers, though. Holy hell. And then Benny Math off the bench. He had 16 and 4. Jordan Miller had 22 and 9. Spurs get the W. Let's poke at that standings one more time here, right? And then we'll go into tonight. Yeah, that move Castle hit Brolo with was sick. Pistons, 3.5 game lead. They play the Wiz tonight. That's going to be gross. We'll talk about that. Cavs and Bucks tonight. We already kind of talked about the East and the West. The only thing to note here is just the play-in stuff, right? So the Warriors now, with the Clippers dropping a couple of games, Kawhi Leonard missed last night. He's day-to-day with that ankle injury. The Warriors are just a game back from the Clippers. And then the other thing to monitor, as the Suns play the Timberwolves tonight, they're just 2 games out of both Denver and Minnesota to try to get out of the play-in. But honestly, I would imagine the standings wrapped like this. It should be OKC, San Antonio. I think the Lakers hold on to the 3 seed. Denver gets to the 4 seed. And then Houston 5, Minnesota 6. That's kind of how I see this going. That's kind of how I see where we're at. Let's do a quick mental health check. And then we'll go over tonight's slate.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you.
All right, here we go. The game of the night. #Heat Culture. #Heat Culture against the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, you're asking how many games they got left. Yeah, everyone's got about somewhere between like 12 and 15, I think. Stan Love says, call me when someone drops 83. So Hornets are favored by 4.5 now. The line has shifted a point. It opened at 3.5. It sounds like, speaking of 83 points, Bam Bam Bigelow is going to be out tonight. Bam Adebayo is questionable. Should note, Norm Powell came back last game. Him and Jaime Jaquez both came off the bench. Both played 30-plus minutes. But I think we might see Bam miss this one. He's dealing with a calf tightness, which is always scary. He's been playing a lot of minutes. They got Tyler Hero back, Norm Powell back. If there was a rest spot, if Miami could probably rest him tonight, get some fresh legs, which means, oh, baby, I know they got Jovic back, but can it be Kalel Ware night? Can we get 34 minutes of Kalel mother effing Ware? That would be a fun fantasy experience for all of us. On the Charlotte side, the only person they're missing is Dejounte Salane. He's out. Everybody else should be good to go. Hornets, kind of fun. They're not on a front end or a back end of the back-to-back, so LaMelo should be full. Brandon Miller should be full. Bad news for Con Knipple. He's at home, so maybe he won't shoot 75% from three. But this is maybe the game of the night. Very excited for this one. Early start, 7 p.m. Should have put this on national television. Oklahoma City Thunder. They are favored by 9.5 as they travel to O-Town. Orlando here on the back end of a back-to-back. One thing to point out here, Jalen Suggs apparently can play back-to-backs now. He's played 2 in a row or 3 in a row after not playing any since 2024. He also played full minutes in 2 of those back-to-backs. So Suggs should be full go. This matchup sucks for Orlando. You know, that's why that loss is pretty rough last night. I think you probably wanted to get that one from Atlanta, especially because it was on the Eastern Conference. And then, you could kind of punt tonight, but I don't think so. I kind of think OKC is in a pretty smash spot here. Isaiah Hartenstein is back, right? He played 20 minutes in that first game back. I imagine he stays on that minute restriction. Still no J-Dub for the Thunder. We've seen Cason Wallace and AJ Mitchell both play like somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes. I honestly low-key like this spot for AJ. I mean, obviously SGA and Chet, but I kind of like this spot for AJ, who's been you can kind of attack Orlando. Orlando doesn't really send help. I like AJ going against that second unit and doing the majority of the ball handling. And then who knows? Maybe McCain gets hot again. He's been cooking in limited minutes, but I think AJ is kind of a sneaky pivot tonight. The Thunder are close to full strength. Yeah, it's only J-Dub. Yeah, hopefully he's back soon, man. Okay, Detroit basketball. Let's just do the Detroit drop, should we?
Detroit basketball. Detroit basketball.
Detroit is favored by 150 tonight as they take on the Wizards. I already mentioned, I imagine Trae Young sits, Alex Sarr's back, and this team sucks. There's nothing you can say about Washington. Jalen Duren should go absolutely nuts tonight. So no beef stew in this one. Isaiah Stewart's been ruled out, which maybe shores up the minutes a little bit. If you really do think they win by 150, B-ball Paul overs are kind of fun, Can we fire up some B-ball Paul overs? Can we do it? But Duren should go nuts. He should get up there, just a billion boards. Cade's in a great spot. It's hard for me to get to any of these other Pistons today just because of blowout watch. I don't want to play Asar Thompson on 18 minutes. I don't want to play Tobias Harris on 26 minutes. I am talking myself into some B-ball Paul. I'm not really going to do it, but I like the idea. You missed everything, regulator, but I hope everything's good at the vet. I hope it was just a regular checkup. You know what I'm saying? Look at these shitty games, man. Bing Bong Boys against the Pacers. Jalen Brunson dealing with a neck and an ankle, I believe, tonight. This is a rest spot. I know the Knicks are favored by 15.5. Let's read off the Pacers injury report. You ready for this? Okay, Johnny Furphy's out. Siakam is doubtful. Aaron Nesmith, Zubats, Nembhard, McConnell, Toppin, Quentin Jackson, Ben Shepherd, and Micah Potter are all questionable. I don't know what the hell to do with that. What do we do with that? My guess is if those guys play, they don't play a lot. I don't think that, the Pacers can't be messing around, right? If we look at the standings again and look at all the bad teams, right? The Pacers 15 wins, Wiz 16, Nets 17, and then you've got the Kings 18, Jazz 20. There's no reason for the Pacers to push anybody. That is a CBS receipt. I don't know what to do with it. I kind of think Brunson sits tonight, right? Just give him the night off, man. You got this. This is a great rest spot. You don't need to mess around. Do the Knicks play tomorrow too? Are they on a front end? The Knicks do not play tomorrow. But yeah, this is a good rest spot. There's no reason to do it. So Cat would be fun. Josh Hart maybe does a little bit more. OG Anunoby's been hooping. You know who hasn't been hooping? Mikal Bridges. And then maybe we get to mess around with some Jose Alvarado, right? Can we have some fun with that? Alvarado. Okay, Stan says, thinks Bam sits, Ware pops off, Simone boosts, Jovic sucks. There we go. Boots on the ground. Cavs and the Cucks. Cavaliers favored by 10.5. I actually think that's gone up a little bit. Let me let me check my Substack from this morning since I take screenshots of all of the lines. What was that this morning? Which, if you haven't subscribed to the Substack, we got a link there in the show notes. Go check that out, please, and thank you. Yeah, this is up a point. It's gone from 9.5 to 10.5. So the entire front court of the Milwaukee Bucks is questionable tonight. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo left the game early last game. He was cooking. He did not come back, although after the game he was like, I was fine, baby. But he's questionable. Miles Turner is questionable. Ousmane Dieng is questionable. Now, Miles Turner sucks, so that shouldn't impact things at all. But if those guys were to miss, Bobby should get a nice little boost. Even, I can't believe we're saying it, Sneeps, turn the volume up. The Kuz. Kyle Kuzma might be fun. And then Kevin Porter Jr., that's some good news. He's off the injury report. So let's do a Porter drop. Let's just have some fun this morning, you know? We're the Porters.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers. Throwing things and buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
Love to see it. On Cleveland side, still no Jared Allen. The law firm, as I said this morning, of Allen, Proctor, and Porter, they're all out. And then who was it? Somebody's questionable. Shit, I forgot who's questionable for the Cavs. My bad. I thought I had it memorized. Jalen Tyson is probable. Sam Merrill's questionable. Just a reminder, we talked about it yesterday. Strus being loose. Max Strus is back, played 22 minutes and was on fire. I imagine he's still going to play 20 to 24 tonight. No reason to go ham in this spot. Cleveland should cruise. James Harden been struggling a little bit lately. I don't know if that thumb's been impacting him. Mobley's been doing a lot of good stuff as the only big. This is a good spot for him tonight, especially if Giannis misses. Phoenix is on the back-to-back. Timberwolves slight favies tonight. I mentioned this, right? They already ruled Anthony Edwards out. He's getting the night off. Naz Reid is questionable. Randall, who's going to stay in front of him? I don't know. Grayson Allen might try to do something dirty. Could be Rudy Knight. Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo's been hooping. Ayo has been hooping. I kind of like him. He's been playing with Ant playing. He's played 31 and 32 minutes in the last two games. I think they like him a lot. McDaniels has been ace. So I really like Ayo. Phoenix still without Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks, right? And they've been playing a lot of just random minutes, right? So Booker was awesome last night. I forgot to mention this. He had 40 points in 37 minutes last night. Jalen Green played 33 minutes. I think he's going to play the back-to-back. Should be fine. Gillespie only played 22 minutes. Royce O'Neal only played 18. Grayson, 21. Oso played 32. Goodwin played 23. Maya Lahu. He played 13 minutes. Fleming played. They got a lot of guys now. Highsmith played 18. They just got a lot of guys. So I think it's really hard. I think it's really hard to get to any of these dudes outside of Brooks and not Brooks, Jesus, Booker and Green. We got a couple of late games, 2 late games. Those Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets here, they're favored by 15.5. That's a big spread. The one thing I will say is and maybe it exists, but can anyone remind me the last time Denver won handily, won an easy game? I can't remember the last time that's happened, but they're favored by 15.5. Denver did get some good news. Peyton Watson, he is not playing tonight, but it sounds like he's coming back this week. So the reinforcements are arriving. Denver's on the front end of a back-to-back. So if there was one guy who had their minutes limited tonight, it would be Aaron Gordon, especially because they have Philly tonight and Memphis tomorrow. So I could even see them resting Aaron Gordon, especially if they do think they get Peyton Watson on the second game of the back-to-back. Denver should pick up 2 W's this week because both of these, Philly's got nobody left, right? The Philly injury report is nuts. It's and we actually got to talk about Philly for a second. So Philly's without Kelly Oubre, Johnny Broom, Jabari Walker, Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Dalen Terry's questionable. So the last game, Big Bona, Adem Bona got the start, played 13 minutes. Drum Dog Millionaire played 35 minutes off the bench. I kind of is Nick Nurse, do we have any Philly boots on the ground? Is Nick Nurse just done with Adem Bona? Was he pissed off? Did he play poorly? I missed it. I did not watch the Philly game. But it's got me kind of intrigued if Drummond's going to play 30-plus minutes. Yeah, regular. I did see that. Connie Knipple going back to the Top Shot streets. He's doing a pack rip. Justin Edwards, if you think the stocks are legit, he's been putting up some good fantasy numbers. He's going to play a lot. For me, though, I don't love this game. It's just VJ and Quentin Grimes, and even Quentin Grimes, I don't really love it. Jamal Murray coming off a really bad game. I expect him to absolutely cooked. So Nick Nurse does this sometimes. Normally he does it to Drummond, where Drummond starts and then barely plays. They had the report yesterday. I mean, I know maybe Aaron Gordon knows more than Peyton Watson and the beat reporters, but the report on Watson was that they were hopeful he's going to return this week. So they play Friday against the Raptors too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, last game of the night. Oh, no. I don't know what to do with the 76ers. Power Dusher said Bona's coming off an injury. Nurse has been very hot and cold with Drummond all season, but he's down to no one. Yeah, he's got nobody. Spurs and the Kangs. Spurs are 13.5-point favorites. I'm not really worried about these Spurs sitting or anything like that, even though it's a back-to-back spot. I imagine Wemby is closer to 29 to 31 minutes than he would be from 33 to 35, especially in an easy matchup. However, Wemby can get this shit done in 29 minutes against the Kings. Harper and Luke both missed last night's game. I imagine they missed tonight too. There's no reason to rush them back in this spot. Kings have won 2 games in a row. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Russ is off the injury report. DeMar DeRozan's been playing like 40 minutes a game. I don't know, man. My rule has been if Russ is out, you can play DeMar. If DeMar is out, you can play Russ. They're both in tonight. They are without Eubanks, Keegan Murray, Hunter, Levine, Carter, Sabonis. Malik Monk is questionable after missing the last couple of games. I'm going to be pretty light on these Kings today. I don't know, man. Doug Christie is a terrorist. What do we do? I don't know. I don't know what to do with the Kings. I don't. I think if I was going to play anybody, it's Precious Achiuwa. I don't know, though. Now with Cardwell back, that eats in a little bit, even though he's only playing 15 to 16 minutes. I don't know. Killian Hayes, they gave a 2-year deal, and all of a sudden he's playing a lot of minutes again. I don't know, man. I don't know. This isn't helpful, but I do not know. I do not know. Let's go look at some best ball bags here. You know what I wanted to plug too? Splash Sports. This contest is probably going to fill here today or tomorrow. We're up to 847 entrants. So on Splash Sports, shout out Splash, a little partner of the bros. We're up to 847 out of 1,000. We get a guaranteed prize pool on our Survivor. So if you want to do Survivor, I'm a survivor. We also have a 3-entry max, $10 entry tier contest over here for Tuesday Night Hoops. If you want to hang out with us on Splash, go join us over there. We did, Patty. We did. I'm going to just take a quick peek here in best ball, as again, we only have a handful of days left in the best ball streets. We might be a Deposit Kingdom bros today, guys. We got wrecked last night. We were minus 500. Let's go look at this. So right now, in the best ball streets, we have one team advancing. We have one team in second. Is that right? I thought we had 2 teams in third. Let me just do a quick refresh. Nope, that's right. One team in first, one team in second, one team in third. And then, wow, that team dropped to 7th. I thought, okay. I think that one must be close, though. Yeah, this is all within 40 points. First, wow, that's going to be a tight one. That's going to be a tight one. Okay, the team that's in first. So this right now has a 38-point lead, and it's got Jokic, which is exciting, right? So we got Maxey. Actually, let's just sort by this week. Okay, so we had Reeves put up 40 last night. Coward put up 25. But we have Mitchell and IQ going, although IQ, the Raptors don't have a ton of games, so we need Spida to cook. For the Wangs, we got 43 points from Trey Murphy last night. Kumani, PJ, Benny Math were all fine. But we got the Kuz, Tobias, and maybe Neesmith. And then, Kata got 22, but we got Jokic and Filipowski going. This one has a legit shot at getting there. The team that's in second here, we are 32 points back. We had Luka go last night. We got Harden going tonight. Those are going to be my 2 guard scores because Maxey and Yegor are toast. Wings were tough here because no Kawhi. We're gonna need some miracles for the wing spot, and then the bigs too. This team's actually cooked. We really only have one good shot at it. The team that's in third, This is 30-plus points back. This will have Cade going tonight. We had Pritchard put up 33, Coward, but yeah, we got Cade and KPJ tonight. Hopefully that helps. Flag with 46 was fun. So again, if DeMar does go nuts, that would be cool. And then our bigs were Zion, Nemi. So that's where we're at tonight. Let's build some ranks. Let's have some fun. Just do some vibes. I'm going to really be jamming Khalil Ware this morning. You're up by 50. Let's go check out Weisberg's team. All right, let's go check out Weisberg's team. That's fun, Mikey Mike. Let's go see. Let's go to the DMB. All right, I know I'm not sharing screen yet. Just getting this set up first. Okay, here we go. One team advancing with 1,100 points. 11:30. That's fun. All right, hold on. Let's share screen again. I got to blow this up a little bit too. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Wait, what file? Did I just close out? Okay, here we go. Sorry, bad content, but that's what you get sometimes. All right, so Mike's team here. You got Malik Beasley, baby. All right, so you have Brunson. You have Brunson. Oh, the guard stuff's tough, man. You need a big Pritchard week. Wangs, you have Randall's in a good spot with Ant being ruled out, and then Jokic. Yeah, as long as you can survive the guard. Can I see the whole lobby? No? All right, I was going to try to see some other teams in there. Okay, no, we can. So this is the team that's trailing you. You're up by 50. Yeah, 40. All right, so they got Garland, which is in a good spot, but their guards kind of suck too with no Maxey. All right, this you might be safe from him. This team, Jamal and Luka, okay, but no Jokic. This one could, Brittany could sweat you a little bit. But all right, let's build some ranks. That's a nice team, Mike. Good luck, man. Good luck. You got a team that is 8th highest scoring. All right, fine, fuck it. We'll check yours too, Maddie. We'll check Maddie's and then we'll build ranks. M. Wesley, 13, right? Is that it? Advancing. There we go. 1293. Big dick. All right, Quentin Grimes. Oh, wow. Luck box with Quentin Grimes. So Grimes, Brunson, and Luka. You want Brunson to go tonight. You got Bobby Boucher, PJ Washington. All right, Benny Math. Again, JJ and Randall is a good combo. And then a big Porzingis game. And then the Porzingis had revenge against Washington. Now revenge against the Celtics on Wednesday. That's crazy. The guy in second is, wow, that's bad pod luck, bro. All right, let's go build some ranks for tonight. Okay, so listen, Wemby's probably going to project second. I am nervous. The minutes get capped a little bit, so I'm going to keep it like this. And then you could make a case for Cat over Cade, but I'm not a psycho, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Mitchell over Mobley. Giannis, I kind of think Giannis sits, man. Line shifting towards that. You could put Jamal Murray 8. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go Paolo, Book, and then Jamal here. I'm going to go Jamal, Duren, Harden, and then I'm going to have Giannis. I'll put Giannis ahead of Duren. We'll put Giannis there. But I'm nervous Giannis is not going. I'll put him there for now. I really don't think Bam's going, so I'm just going to go. I'm going to go Randall ahead of LaMelo because I didn't do that this morning. And then I'm going to go Chet, and then I'm going to go VJ Hero, KPJ, and then we'll go to Bam and Brunson maybe. Bam, I don't think Brunson goes either. So let's save that. That gets us to 20. I'm going to be light Russ this morning again. Russ, I'm going to just keep doing it until I die. I'm going to go Miller and Grimes because I'm going to go Miller ahead of Grimes. I kind of want these Charlotte guys, especially if we don't think Bam goes, right? And then I'm going to go Fox, Bane, and then I'll click Russ at 25. I feel a little bit safer on DeRozan than I do on Russ, but I'm still going to go. We'll go Castle Green there. I'm going to go Ware, Rudy, OG. Then I'll put DeMar and then Khan. I do like Khan too still. And now for the 6th round, I mean, I do like if Aaron Gordon's going to play 34 minutes in this great spot, that's fine. Jarris Walker's the only pacer I trust. Josh Hart, you can throw in there. Precious Achua, if you think the minutes are legit. I'm going to be light on these guys, Precious, Rollins, and Miles Bridges, but I put him in there. Suggs again, man. I know he's coming off a bad game. And then I want some Io. I would really like Io probably ahead of all of these guys. I want to get some Io today. I do want to get some Io. I want to get some Io. So that's the ranks for this morning. That's what we're doing. And then we're going to call it there. It's going to be an efficient 50-minute show today. We're back at 4 p.m. Eastern on the Elite channel or over on So Rare. We're going to be talking baseball. So we'll be doing that. And then NBA Bit back here tomorrow. I think that's it. It's just good. Good job, everybody. Enjoy the St. Patrick's Day. I yelled at everybody for drinking this weekend and celebrating St. Patrick's Day early, but you have my full permission to drink on a work day. It's Tuesday, but it's actually St. Patrick's Day, okay? Enjoy the day. We'll see you guys this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the sub. We will see you next time.